that feeling, yeah. Like you gotta get away. Cause baby, if we stay, we might stop believing, yeah. Baby, we've been living like there's something to find, but maybe we can take it to the end of the line and see. So if I get a ticket, would you take it to ride? I'll hit the city limits and we'll leave it behind me free. Looking for that feeling. You wanna run away before the sun fades. You know it's not too late. California dreaming, looking for that feeling. You wanna run away before the sun fades. You know it's not too late. California dreaming, looking for that feeling.
Sun is going down over this town. Don't you get that feeling? Yeah. Gotta get away. Cause baby, if we stay, we're gonna hit that ceiling. Feel like disappearing.
Baby, we've been living like there's nothing to find, but maybe we can take it to the end of the line and see. So if I get a ticket, would you take it to ride? We'll hit the city limits and we'll leave it behind me free. Looking for that feeling. You wanna run away before the sun fades. You know it's not too late, not too late. California dreaming, looking for that feeling. You wanna run.
One day of training, one day of cyber excellence. Here's what's on tap for Simply CyberCon 2025. Level up OSINT. Turn open sources into actionable intelligence. Michelle Kahn shows you how to gather, analyze, and leverage public info for SOC, threat hunting, pen testing, and incident response, packed with real-world value. GRC Cyber Resilience. Time to get your NIST on. Stephen Michael guides you through the cybersecurity framework, helping you build hands-on skills and the mindset to drive cyber resilience and safeguard critical digital assets. Detection Engineering 101. Blue Teamers, don't sleep on this. Hayden Covington puts you in the role of a detection engineer inside a live sim, building and testing custom detections so you can hit the ground running. Offensive Tooling Foundations. Data is everywhere, and so are attackers. Chris Trainer shows you the hacker tools security pros use with hands-on exercises to practice safely, effectively, and ethically. Visit simplycybercon.org and get ready to level up. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Simply CyberCon 2025 live stream update. I am the conference director, Gerald Ozier. You guys are the Simply Cyber community. If you're tuning in, I hope you are ready to get piping hot, fresh updates on where we are with the con, what you can expect from this event, and why it is amazing and why you'd want to check it out. We're going to go through all the details. The conference is an hour. This webinar is an hour long. The whole point of it is not just to give you all the information you need, but also enable you to get all the answers that you have for questions. Where should I stay? Is it worth going? Which track should I do? Are there any fun activities I can do in Charleston? Which training do I choose? We're going to get all of those questions answered and more. I hope you're ready. We have all four of the trainers in the green room right now. They're going to come on and tell you a bit about their training. I just want to remind everyone, if you want to get information on the conference, you can go to simplycybercon.org. We do have it registered as a separate nonprofit entity, so it's a complete separate thing altogether. But all the details are here, including logistics on where the conference is being held. Here, let me actually make this look like this. Where the conference is being held, how you can reserve a room at the discounted block rate, what the different speaking talk tracks are, and the training courses. You can see right here. Here are the four trainings: the GRC, OSINT, blue and red, with Steve, Michelle, Hayden, and Chris. There's additional details here if you want to go one step further and actually, see what that training is specifically. But no need to click through that because I actually literally have them in the green room to come on and talk about that. If you have any questions, just drop them in chat. Now, I want to tell you really quickly, Simply CyberCon is a conference on November 2nd and November 3rd, which is a Sunday and a Monday. We've gotten feedback from the community last year that some people wanted to do it during the week because it allowed them to basically take work off, which is totally cool. Like, I can get down with that. So we're going to experiment with it this year. The training is on Sunday. If you purchase the training, you also get a ticket to the conference. The conference is on Monday. If you want just a ticket to the conference, you can absolutely do that. Aligning with our core values of support, inclusion, and empowerment, we will be live streaming both track 1 and track 2 virtually to everybody. And you can register for a virtual attendee registration, which costs absolutely nothing. We just want to be able to do it to keep track of, who's there. And if we need to communicate out, we'll have your email address for that. Those 2 tracks are scheduled right now. I'll share them with you later in the stream so you can get those and, mark them for notifications so you won't miss anything. But the day before is where the training happens. And this is brand new for Simply CyberCon. We did not do training last year. We're looking to increase 1% better every single year. And this year, straight training. We are doing it at the Citadel Military College. I was able to pull some strings through my relationships, and we have brand new state-of-the-art facilities for our instructors to do this training. I'm going to bring them on one at a time. As I said before, there's the GRC training. There's an open source intelligence training. There is a blue team training from Hayden Cummington, and there is a red training from Chris Trainer. This is literally my goal of trying to deliver the inclusion, right? Like, let's let all the disciplines get some action. So first, I'm going to bring Steve McMichael on. Steve's going to come on and tell us a little bit about his GRC related course. Let's go ahead and bring him on. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Great, Jerry. Great to be here. And thanks for having us all on.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us, Steve, if people are interested in getting some training in the GRC space, what could they expect if they go with you for the Risk Professional Skills training session?
Well, I really love the content of this training. It's all about NIST Cybersecurity Framework, CSF, that awesome 32-page PDF that's so helpful to apply at work. You've given it the chef's kiss in your own videos of it. But, I use it all the time as director of GRC at BlackBerry, and it's also been instrumental to my career crossover story. So if you're someone trying to break in from the outside, that was me. I came from accounting to cyber in 2020. And I've got a real outsider appreciation for the fact that, again, like you hear, cybersecurity is hard, right? It's complicated. And when you're new, it can feel like staring at a mountain. Like, where do I even start with this thing? And that's where CSF can be helpful if you're a junior as a guidebook. It helps you navigate, connect the dots between broad areas so you can know enough to contribute to the team. But I still keep coming back to it today, right? Like, if you're at a mid or senior level, it's also helpful. How can you communicate effectively about cyber risk up, down, and across the organization with executives, managers, and practitioners? So those are the types of concepts we're going to cover. In the morning, we hit cyber risk management, that are, like, Jerry says, is the heart and center of GRC. It's an important piece of the value you can add as a practitioner. So we touched on cyber risk. Then we unpack all 6 of the CSF functions: govern, identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. Hit the framework core, maturity tiers. And importantly, like, how do you snap a chalk line for measurement with a current state profile assessment? So you could take that to any organization, big, small, public, private, government, whatever, and say, hey, I can help you move the needle on your cyber resilience culture and help you with due diligence, due care in performing an assessment like this. And so that's the foundation in the morning. In the afternoon, we hit practical application, and it's basically about answering 5 questions. If you're to be a consultant and go in, or you're leading a team doing a CSF profile assessment, you could help the organization with 5 questions. So, like, 1, what are our top cyber risks? Do a comprehensive analysis and stack rank those. And then, are we getting the biggest return possible for our cyber risk management dollars? Then the team, right? Do the executives and leaders understand our cybersecurity plans? How about staff on the front lines? Do they know how they can help mitigate top cyber risks? And then finally, this might be something that you could help your organization with. When you have that big customer or insurance or a stakeholder, they just ask, like, hey, what are y'all doing about cybersecurity, right? That's where you can come back on this work. So, Jerry showed the outline for the course on the Simply CyberCon website. You can also see the online versions of this training in Simply Cyber Academy. There's student testimonials there for people that have done this training. It shows the textbook it comes with. And if you take it in person at the Citadel there, I'll also give you access to the courses online for reference ongoing. So that's it. I welcome any questions here. I've got to leave soon, but I'm also in Discord asynchronously, and I just can't wait for the con.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And thanks for telling us. So just so everybody knows, Steve's training, along with all of the other training at Simply CyberCon, is an 8-hour training from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I am going to be getting some lunch brought in for you guys, so you don't have to get sweaty about, what are you supposed to do? Like, when do I have to be back? Like, we'll take care of all of that. My goal for you is to have a great educational training experience, and for the instructors to have a great time as well. If you have any questions for Steve about the GRC training, drop them in chat with a Q right now. If they are any questions going to queue up, let them queue up. But what I want to show you is, if you go to the Simply CyberCon website right now and you'd like to learn more in greater detail about this specific training, when you scroll down, you'll see training courses day 1. Steve's training is right here. If you click this link, you will learn all about it. This is the deep dive of the course. Now, if you want to register for Steve's course, you can click sign up now right here. Okay. And this takes you to the actual registration page, and you'll see here, this is where you buy the ticket. So if you just want a con ticket, you can buy it here. If you want to sign up for Steve's training or any of the trainings, you simply, basically put it here on how many tickets you want. If you need help having your employer fund you, like, a condition letter saying, hey, please send me this training because it's going to be awesome and I can help bring back valuable insights to our job, we have those resources available for you. Just ask. We can certainly provide that because we would love for you to come to this training. We would love if your employer could pay for it. I don't see any questions as of right now, Steve. So if you do have any questions, you can connect with Steve in Discord. He is available to answer your questions. And as always, you can always ask me and I can get the questions to the instructors. Steve, thank you so much.
Thank you. Great to see a lot of you in chat, and we'll see you in the community.
Absolutely. Oh, Steve, am I echoing, by the way?
Sound good, man.
All right, cool. All right. So that's Steve McMichael. Now, you guys are probably like, oh my God, that was so amazing. Please stop. Just stop the stream. The value train has gone overboard. It's out of control. Well, don't get too crazy yet, because we are taking it to the next level. As I already mentioned, we are going to have an OSINT training. Now, when you think of OSINT, this guy has done an amazing job of branding, because when you think of OSINT, you think of Mashal Khan, whether it's, his GeoInt training, his workshops, his long form training, his anti-cast. This guy is like OSINTing all the things, and you can learn from him. Michelle, let's have you come on here and tell us a little bit about what people could get if they do the training with you at Simply CyberCon. What's up, dude?
Hey, Jerry. How's it going?
It's awesome. I'm like over the moon. Super pumped right now. I just love the conference, and I'm so happy that you and the other trainers could make it for this like last minute stream.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited about the training and the stream and getting everything together. This training is going to be pretty good because it's going to be in person. So there's a lot of different options online. I have a few trainings on like a video on demand type of portal. I have one with you, OSINT for pen testers. But the biggest advantage, I would say, is being there in person for 8 hours, spending some time in a room, talking just about OSINT, different ways to find information, different ways to develop tools, to dig for stuff. There will be a lot of creative thinking, a lot of live exercises, a lot of things I cannot say on video, I cannot demo online simply because of the sensitivity of the information that's revealed. But we'll be doing all of that in person. There's going to be plenty of short challenges where we kind of crowdsource the answer. We develop it together. I learn from it, people learn from it, and we develop new techniques like that. So it's going to be extremely fun.
Awesome. And that's 100% accurate. When Michelle says there's things that, you just can't do on stream, you can't do kind of in the public zeitgeist, some of these tools, some of these techniques, some of these approaches that he has, you only get them if you take his in-person training. So that's just another kind of value proposition, plus just getting to talk to him. I'm lucky because I get to call him friend, but like getting to talk to him is phenomenal. and you're not going to want to miss it. So if you have any questions for Mishal, drop them in chat about his training right now. I'm sure people have tons of questions for Mishal, but about his training. As always, if you go to the Simply CyberCon website, I have the link pinned. It's also going across the scrolling ticker across the bottom right there. When you go to the website, if you just scroll down past logistics, you can see OSINT training next level. You can click right here, and this gives you the full deep dive of what this course is, what you will learn, what you'll walk away from, how you can use this information, and more importantly, this is definitely inputs that you can use to make a compelling case to your employer to pay for you to take this training. Again, this is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You won't be able to take multiple trainings unless you've somehow figured out how to clone yourself. And we haven't quite got AI is good, Michelle, but I don't know if it's that good. No, but then once you get in there, obviously, if you click sign up now, just the registration page, same. Here is the one for Mishal Khan. You go ahead and sign up for that. And just so everyone knows, a portion of the training, the cost of the training, a portion of it does go to support the actual conference itself, the nonprofit part of the conference. So by making that the decision to take the training, you're also helping the conference in addition to skilling yourself up. All right. Michelle, I don't see any questions in chat right now. So I think folks got what they needed. If you have any questions, Michelle is, accessible in some degree. I don't know if you're going to be hanging out in the chat or not, but
I'll be hanging out.
Yeah, he'll be hanging out. So if you got any questions, drop them in chat and we'll see him. Thank you, Michelle. All right, guys. I know. You might want to go. If we need, I can just put the play card up, play some music. If you guys need to go get a new pair of socks because the last pair just got blown off, I totally get it. All right, I understand. I'm not even wearing socks right now because I didn't want the additional risk of doing it. Okay, guys, when it comes to blue team training and detection engineering and understanding that like next level skill for SOC analysts to take it to the next level, or a way for you to make a compelling candidate case for yourself getting hired because you have skills that are just kind of beyond what tier 1 SOC analysts have, you will be getting that from my friend Hayden Covington. Hayden, big fan of yours, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm awesome, dude. Tell us what people can expect with Hayden's detection engineering training at Simply CyberCon.
Yes. So I have a SOC course and a detection engineering workshop now, and the most popular parts of that have always been the detection engineering segments, and we can never spend enough time on those areas. So for Simply CyberCon, I just figured, why don't we just do a whole detection engineering day, essentially. So what that looks like is, instead of theoretical discussion around these topics, which is fine, we are doing actual applied detection engineering with real, with real activity in a real sim and real infrastructure. And it's all, none of it is simulated. It is all actual hands-on detection engineering. We're going to stand up a sim. We're going to learn some query languages and how those work. And then we're going to start writing threat detections. And some of that will be sort of, getting you up to speed. Here's how you write some basic detects. And then since we have the whole day, we can go even further into here's how you write threshold detections. Here's a threat report. Here's how we digest this and use it to come up with detections on these recent attacks. So we will have like the full day to get really in depth into how to write these detections, and then we can start triggering them. We'll have a lab environment. We'll start firing off, code and all sorts of things to make sure that they actually work, which is, a core component of your threat detections, that they detect the actual threats. But yeah, we're going to cover that whole life cycle. We have the whole day to play in a nice sandbox of a sim for building some pretty cool detections.
So students, you guys are going to be able to get practical skills. You'll be able to walk away from this training with new skills, resume bullets that you can put, compelling cases that you can make, things you can bring back to work on Monday or Tuesday, because you're going to be at the conference on Monday. Bring on Tuesday. I can tell you guys also, I personally have taken a variation of this course from Hayden, and I can tell you it's phenomenal. It is absolutely excellent. Hayden, you have a gift for education or delivering education. I'm very, very, I appreciate it. I enjoy it. So I can tell you as a testimonial, not just as someone who's like trying to pump Hayden's tires. Like I've taken the class. It's great. It's definitely worth your time. And the nice thing about Hayden too is like, if someone has a question, he'll like get you the answer. Even if it's like, I had one that was like, I was kind of, being a special snowflake, and Hayden got me what I needed the next day. If you remember that, Hayden. Yeah.
I do. Yeah. You're not the first person either. I had someone ask me a very specific technical question about the sim in one of my courses. So I on the lunch break messaged one of our engineers and I was like, hey, what do you think about this? Because now I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoy teaching this stuff, is because I'm interested in it. So if you ask a question and I don't know, I now want to know maybe just as much, if not more, than you did.
Exactly. Yeah, like not having answers. Like that's always my thing with Simply Cyber. If someone asks me a question, I don't have the answer, I feel bad that I don't have the answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one question came in from Anita Schlabach. It's all FINA B detection engineering. I'm not super clear on that Gen Z thing. But did I just swear? Is that a swear? Did I swear?
No,
okay.
You're fine.
Let's go. She said, would we have to bring our own devices? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, you need a laptop, but we're going to have cloud VMs and, everything's going to be primarily browser based. So the requirements in terms of computing power is very low. I typically just bring a MacBook and I'll set that on the podium and I can do all the teaching instruction and run VMs that are physical instead of even in the cloud. And I've never had any issues. So.
All right. Thank you. Hopefully, Anita, that answers your question. If you have any other questions for Hayden, drop them in chat right now. Again, as always, if you want to know more about this specific training, you can go to simplycybercon.org. You scroll down just a little bit, and on training courses, you can see Hayden's under the blue Detection Engineering 101. You just click on the Learn More button right here, and you'll get this pop-up. All the details, all the juicy bits. There's Hayden's profile shot. Looking good, Hayden. So you can definitely get this. Use this information to help you make that compelling case to your employer. Once you get, your decision whether or not you want to do this specific training, all you got to do is click that sign up now button, right? Come on, sign up now. And here you are. And right on the right, very conveniently, is the training options. You got to scroll down a little bit. Sorry, Hayden. Someone had to be kind of at the bottom here. Just go down there. Team. You get a ticket to the detection engineering training, as well as a ticket to Simply CyberCon on Monday. So definitely great value. Hayden, thank you so very much, dude. I'm super excited to hang out with you in person again. It's always a great time. And the training's going to be bomb. Any final thoughts?
No, I'm just really excited for 8 hours of detection engineering.
Yeah, dude, this guy lives and breathes blue. I love it.
I do.
All right. So we are keeping the train running, guys. Listen, I'm just ecstatic that we are able to present all the kind of key areas of cybersecurity in training to you as attendees. It's very important to me that we continue to level up the conference and make it as valuable, both for you as an individual, but for the larger community, so people can say, oh, wow, that's really interesting. I'd like to learn more about that. And then we grow our community and have more friends and keep kicking butt. Now, it wouldn't be appropriate to do all of this unless we had something more offensive, right? Something a little bit in the red vein. Red gets all their love. GRC has been pushed to the back, but I am not going to hold that against Chris. I'm going to be an equal opportunity cybersecurity professional and offer up some opportunities for red training. Chris Trainer, you're going to be doing your red training, which is specifically tooling foundations. What can people expect to learn from you at this training?
Yep, that's right. Thanks for having me, Jerry. So for the Offensive Tooling Foundations one-day class, we're dealing all with getting our fundamentals right from the offensive perspective, right? So we're going to cover dozens of offensive tools, covering a whole bunch of categories. But what I'm really trying to do here is answer one of the three big problems that I had when I was getting into security. And one of those problems was I just don't know what tools there are that do all of the things. How can I get that foundational knowledge in the offensive realm to feel like I can take things up to another level or explore that I want to do offensive activities at all? That's all about what this class is. We're going to hit a whole bunch of categories with it. We're going to hit recon. We're going to hit some discovery toolings. We're going to do some scanning tools. We're also going to cover a whole bunch of auxiliary tools, which are things that I've collected over time that help me do my job as a pen tester at Black Hills Information Security better. And as well, we're going to move into some exploitation discussions and, of course, end with password stuff. So you're going to get a full gamut of a bunch of offensive tooling activities. We're going to have labs. I'm going to be doing live demos. You'll walk away from the class with VMs that you can re-execute these labs with, and that you can practice on safely and ethically to hone your skills.
Oh, that's phenomenal. So students not just learn from an expert who does this for a living, but also kind of like a take-home kit, like for homework to keep the learning going, right? I feel like actually applying the learning is like part of the experience of like acquiring the knowledge, right? It's one thing to see you do it. It's much different when you're trying to like achieve it your own self.
Yeah, it's really good. What I try to do with both of my classes, I have this 1-day foundations class, and I also have a 2-day offensive tooling for operators class. But what I try to do for both of them is I try to include a bunch of references. So every tool that we talk about, I realize that we are in a time boxed environment. Students have a very little bit of time with me in person to ask direct questions. And then maybe out of 25, 30 tools, you might have 3 or 4 that you're really interested in diving in deeper. So I try to include with everything we discuss some additional references and learning tools or references that you can go out to and learn more, whether those are blog posts that I know the people who have written them and I trust their expertise, or if it's videos, or if it's in a discussion about an entire attack chain that involves the tool we talk about, something to give you a little bit more to keep going.
I love it. And I just want to point out to all the people who are in chat trying to decide which of these 4 to go to, because you do have to pick one. You can't be like your children where you love them all equally. Like you gotta choose one, right? It's the Highlander of cybersecurity training. All of these instructors use these skills that they're teaching you professionally day in and day out. Chris is an offensive security professional. Hayden is a blue team professional. Michelle uses his OSINT skills all the time. Steve is a GRC professional. So you are learning from practitioners who are in the fields. It's not this theoretical type thing. If you have any questions for Chris about his training, drop them in chat right now. We're on about a 15, 20-second delay. I want to remind everybody, if you're all geeked up and ready to do some offensive tooling foundations with Chris Trainer, and you want to know a little bit more, go to simplycybercon.org. Simply scroll down to the training courses day 1, and you can see right here, this bottom option says offensive toolings with Chris Trainer. Click the learn more button, and there you go. Here's all the information you need, both so you can affirm what you need and also what you'll learn, and then how you can make a compelling case to your employer to get them to send you. An employer can only say no, right? That's the worst that can happen. As far as I know, I've never had employers say, whoa. You are requesting training. I think we're going to have to do your performance review a little early this year, and you've gotten demerits. I do see system requirements here. Chris, what should people know that they need to bring to the training?
Yep. So there are some system requirements are in there. So fairly minimal with today's hardware standards that you get on any laptop that you can come with. So you're gonna need a little bit of space with virtual machines. I'll see if I can work out a cloud VM option just to make things a little bit easier for people that may not have those specs. But I want to absolutely emphasize for both of the classes that I've put together and teach, if you do not have the hardware to do the labs, don't sweat yourself over it. Don't miss out on training because of it. For every single lab, I'll walk through every single step. I'll show you every single screenshot, command, explained everything to you. So the lab time when we break for you to actually execute it for yourself is for you to just try things out more or less, right? I'm going to be going through each and every one of them, walking through and answering questions as we go. So if you don't have let's say a developer level or pen tester level laptop or something with those requirements, don't worry about it because we're going to show absolutely everything live when we do it.
Yeah, and that's another advantage to taking this training, whether it's Chris's training, Hayden, Steve's, or Michelle's, in person. When you encounter a challenge, a problem, an issue, you can ask them and they'll immediately resolve it. That's one downside of asynchronous training. Yeah, you can take it on your own time, but the second you run into something, you're like Googling around, trying to ask AI how to solve the problems, where you can just be like, excuse me, Chris, quick question, and then you probably get even a better answer than you would expect. So I know I've already made a compelling case for Chris's training, and I apologize to the other 3 instructors because, I'm kind of putting my thumbs on the scale. But if you want to take this particular training, all you got to do is go to simplycybercon.org, hit that sign up now button, okay? And this is the registration page. Basically, anything that says register for the con will take you there. Tickets are on the right, and you can see right here the second option, SCCon training, SCCon event and training, Chris Trainer. It's simple as that. You just drop in how many tickets you want to buy. Say you wanted to bring a friend, a spouse, or whatever. Hit that button and get your ticket to both the training and the conference itself. I do want to point out we're trying to lock in counts at least maybe 2 weeks before November 3rd, just to kind of I have to order lunches. I've got to do some logistics things. So we're trying to lock it in. So if you're on the fence about doing this, I would seriously ask you to make an effort to push forward and either make the decision that it's right for you or not right for you, and then start executing on whatever it is you need in order to get that, whether it's getting your employer to pay for it or getting flights or what have you, or even caravanning with some people if you want. Chris, final thoughts with us before we boogie out of here and move on to the next phrase.
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. Second of all, if you don't know whether or not you actually want to spend 8 hours listening to my voice chattering away and teaching a bunch of cybersecurity stuff, I'm going to be doing a webcast on the Black Hills Information Security webcast tomorrow at, I believe, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to hear a bunch of, it's called the Illustrated Pen Tester, and it's just a bunch of short stories of security. Security stories and short examples and metaphors are something I put in every one of my trainings to try to help get the point across and give you a good idea of what you'll be experiencing when you use these tools, and real experiences that I've had and people I know directly have had. So if you want to find out information about that, I'm going to be at a bunch of events over the next few months. Jerry has been so kind to show my site there for my LLC, Ridgeback InfoSec, and he'll drop the link as well. So if you go there, you'll see everything I got coming up at B-Sides events, at Simply CyberCon, at Wild West Hacking Fest. I'm going to be around a lot of places over the next few months. So come listen.
Yeah, definitely go check it out. Chris is great people. Literally everybody that's involved with Simply Cyber is great people. I'm very, very blessed for that. Chris, thanks so much for your time and sharing this training with all of our community members.
Yep. Thanks for.
All right, guys. All right. So the training is epic. Let us know in chat. I'm personally interested. Which one are you leaning towards? And I don't want you to dunk on one of the trainers to push them down. Just elevate maybe the one that you like. I'm curious, what are people excited for? Do you wish you could take all four? I know I certainly do. But I'm really, really grateful for the trainers and this opportunity. So again, simplycybercon.org for all the information. Pivoting on to the next item of business. If you have any questions, of course, drop them in chat with a Q. I want to talk logistics with y'all really quickly, okay? So Simply CyberCon is it's being presented virtually, but it is an in-person conference first and foremost. Yep. Take care, Steve. Be well. If you guys have an opportunity, in-person conferences, it's a great opportunity to network, build relationships, engage with people. And it's just fun. If you ask Michelle Kahn, if you take Michelle's training, ask him about the value of networking and building relationships at conferences. It's actually how he and I met. Actually, it's funny. He and I met at Wild West Hacking Fest. Hayden, who works at Black Hills, and I didn't meet there. He and I met at DakotaCon. Chris lives near me. And Steve and I just met, not really at a con. I don't think I've ever actually, I'm not sure if I met Steve in person yet, like in real life, but it feels like I have. Definitely want to be here in person. So check it out. If you go to simplycybercon.org, you can see, CyberCon that feels like a place like home. Okay. Now let me do this right. Okay. I just want to bring your attention to a couple things. The logistics page. All right. Training is on November 2nd. Conference is on November 3rd. Perfect. No big deal. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days. The conference itself, we will have breakfast and lunch provided because that's how I roll. And I think it's wicked awesome. If you would like to stay at the conference hotel, there is a link here to reserve your room at a discounted rate. Okay. And you just click the reserve your room now and boom, there you go. Here's the link. It'll see Simply CyberCon 2025. And there's our reduced rates. Okay. This hotel is wicked nice. Okay. Like I'm actually kind of like blown away that we got it at the rate we did. It's wicked nice. Downtown Charleston, which is already gorgeous. It's very close to where the training is. So this hotel is right near where the Citadel is. So technically it's like maybe a 10-minute walk, maybe a 2-minute Uber. I haven't quite figured out logistics. I'm going to be spending the night at the hotel Saturday night. So I'm available Sunday morning to help with everything. So I can, I can shuttle people. I own a pickup truck though, so it's going to be a lot of shuttles. But anyways, yeah, downtown Charleston. If you want to fly in, the Charleston Airport is the correct airport, CHS. It says International Airport, but Chris Trainer and I will both tell you that is, I mean, it's true, but I feel like it's a bit of a stretch. It's a 2-terminal, maybe eight gate airport. It's not wicked big. You can fly in, fly out. Tons of great foods, tons of great restaurants, tons of great opportunities. I'm not putting it on the official website right now, but last year and this year we go out after the conference is over and we go out and hang out and stuff like that. I've been trying to secure a location. For some reason, the venue that I'm trying to secure is like allergic to money or something, because they won't return my call, or they do and they won't follow up with me. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. There's a million places to go in Charleston. We do have the official Simply CyberCon Discord server. Okay, so check it out. Check it out. Where can you get the best shrimp and grits in Charleston? Oof, that is a debatable topic, Cyber Risk, which maybe Fleet Landing, if Chris is here and has a thought. His camera's off. I don't know. I want everyone to know the Discord server for Simply CyberCon is different than the Discord server for Simply Cyber. So if you're on the Simply Cyber server, you're missing out, right? You can see here, like, can I zoom in? Nope, I guess that doesn't work. Here's the server, okay? If you want to join it, the hyperlink for the server is right here. You can't miss it, okay? Join the server so you can get updates. Do the CTFs, which I'll talk about in a hot minute. All those things, okay? All right, so that's good. Next item up for bid is the virtual streams. I'm going to provide those right now. If you have any questions, mods, or not mods, but I mean, I guess Joseph and Justin, if you guys, and Jesse, if you see anything, questions, can you just flag them for me so I make sure that I get everybody's question answered? I wanted to take you guys really quick to the stream, the actual streams for the virtual audience. Okay, so you can start bookmarking that. Simply, it's so hard. I've got like size 0 font, so it's like impossible for me to read. Simply CyberCon. And youtube.com/Simply Cyber Cafe. We're resurrecting the cafe. If you're a longtime member, you know about the cafe. All right. So here's the deal. This is Simply CyberCon right here. Simply CyberCon, you can see our friend Tyler Ramsby from last year, Simply CyberCon 2023, excuse me. This is, you have to go to live. Track 1 right here. Okay, so this is the link for Simply CyberCon 2025 Track 1. I'll drop this link in chat. We should probably put this on the website now that I'm thinking about it. But this is it right here if you want to get, bookmark it, notify me of upcoming things, etc. All right, the next one, again, I'm looking through like a teleprompter that's like, resolution 480. All right, Simply Cyber Cafe. Again, you go to the live. This is my alt channel. My kids think it's hilarious that I have an alt account. I guess you do that in Roblox, but all right. Track 2. Yes, track 2. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and drop that. If you are attending virtually, or you're, not feeling great because you went out Sunday night and got after it and you just want to hang out in the hotel room, you've got options. I recommend you don't get after it on Sunday night. So there's track 2 of Simply CyberCon. So both of them scheduled, ready to go. The streams will be there for everybody in the community. Okay, let's keep going here. I'm seeing some questions. Not Only IT says, is there going to be a Simply CyberCon merch store at the conference? Phenomenal question. So a couple things. This year we are doing like, like the little bags, like they're usually like these backpacks you'd wear to the gym, or like a little handheld bag, whatever it is. We're trying to do like a little bag for all the registered attendees with like stickers in it. We're going to have a lanyard and stuff like that. We're going to have a badge, which is pretty cool. Updates from Elliot Matisse on that. As far as the merch store goes, Kimberly Can Fix It is working on the shirt. I thought it's very close to done. I thought it would be done by now. It's very close to done. You will be able to order it in advance. So if you wanted to have it for day of, what we will not have is a physical store at the conference. The reason being is that, I can't have I can't have 200 shirts in my studio. Like if people don't buy them, right? So we're trying to do just in time, manufacturing of this merch simply to avoid having, any additional overhead. Simply CyberCon is a nonprofit. So I'm trying to be very, what's the word where you're protecting finances? Like, what is it? Judicial? I feel like, Michelle, Michelle, do you know the word I'm looking for? Fiduciary? Is fiduciary the right word?
Fiduciary? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, hold on. All right. Michelle wasn't ready for that. Hayden's here. Hayden, is it fiduciary responsibility?
I was going to say fiscally responsible. You're smarter than me. You have a better word.
Okay, no. Fiscally responsible. Perfect. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you, Michelle. All right, so check it out. And hey, that's why you got to stay on your toes. You never know if I'm going to just bring you on stage like a lunatic host. All right, so long story short, not only IT, you will have access to merch. It just won't be physically there. Elliot says, I'll touch base with you on the badge. Ben swamped. Okay, so Elliot Matisse is working on the badge, which is wicked fun. We had a great badge last year. Elliot wants to continue that tradition. You guys are all great. I appreciate it. Fiscally intentional, frugal, fiduciary. Elliot Matisse says that my GRE master's program vocabulary word gets an approval. All right. So listen, let's talk fun and games. All right. We've got the training, the tracks, but what are we doing for fun? I want you to know this is like this, I don't know, neurotic. Like I got to cook in the lab by myself, and this is what I came up with. We've got the two main rooms for the two different talk tracks, but then we have another room that I call like the chill out room, and like we can eat there. I'm setting up like a space for like a 10 to 15 person pop-up workshop. So this won't, like, you'll have to physically be there in order to know about these workshops. But I can tell you, like, James McQuiggan has committed to doing a workshop. Michelle may or may not do a workshop. He does these all over the place. But the idea is it's like this just in time, 30-minute, hey, sit down, learn a new skill, let's go. That'll be there. Of course, we'll have vendors, booths. I want to set up a Wii Mario Kart on a TV and have people just playing games, stuff like that. So very much want everybody to feel super comfortable and want to hang out in that space, right? Oh, perfect. Exactly. Michelle Kahn is going to be bringing the heat. I love it. Michelle, I think that's actually your actual track talk also. So maybe you can get it twice. All right. CTFs. Wait a minute, Jerry. CTFs? What CTFs? What are you talking about? Let me tell you, ZMF, who's in chat right now, has taken the responsibility of setting up and configuring and sorting out the CTF for this conference. Now, I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want any spoilers, but I will tell you, ZMF has made it very important to align with Simply Cyber community vibes, whether it's jokes that we might have or advanced persistent threat actors that we've been working months on to get, poisoned into MITRE ATT&CK's framework. I don't know what it's going to be, but I will tell you it's going to be awesome. There will be prizes associated with that. I don't have the prizes yet. I haven't thought through them, but we will reward participants for winning because it's all about good times. On top of that, okay, I am beyond excited about this. So ThreatLocker, we have several sponsors. Soteria has agreed to sponsor us. Side Channel has agreed to sponsor us. ThreatLocker has agreed to sponsor us, and then Simply Cyber Academy, which is my business, but we didn't earn enough money, so my company is sponsoring the Delta. Anyways, ThreatLocker sponsored the Platinum High Roller Cadillac package. Thank you, ThreatLocker, and they wanted to do something a little extra. So we worked on some ideas, and I am very excited to share with you. I have not seen this done anywhere else. Maybe I'm just shut in and don't experience life, but we are going to be doing an OSINT-based CTF. Michelle Kahn has agreed to participate in the development of this, which means, lucky for all of us, Michelle Kahn is not authorized to participate in this, or else all of us would be vying for second place. listen, so right, like I did the whole community a solid by asking Michelle to help design it. That way he's automatically removed. So Michelle's developing this crazy sick OSINT challenge. We're going to have prizes for all of that. It is presented by ThreatLocker. I genuinely appreciate them for their significant sponsorship package contribution. We are going to be using Meta CTF. Meta CTF is also sponsored because they're giving us this platform and doing the infrastructure work to support it. So we're going to have scoreboards, real-time updates, the ability to participate if you're virtual or in person. So don't think that the virtual audience is like screwed from being able to play and party and hang out with the community during this conference. It's all about good times. So we've got a lot of fun stuff there as well. A couple more questions coming in. Elliot says, what's the dress code? Is deodorant mandatory? Asking for a friend. Yes, I would say, it's not exactly DEF CON for sure, but deodorant's not mandatory. Is it strongly encouraged? Yes. I mean, if I feel like it's necessary, I'll put the little travel ones in everybody's little go bag alongside like an IV water and something, Tylenol, maybe a fabric softener. But anyways, joking aside, the dress code's wicked casual. Like right now, I'm wearing the traditional 2020 post-COVID beginning of remote workforce where I've got a button-down shirt, but I'm also wearing shorts right now, which you can't see. Like that's the vibe down here in Charleston. I mostly wear flip-flops and sandals. It is, unless you plan on working some heavy machinery, which won't be available at the conference, open-toe shoes is cool. It is chill, right? This conference is a manifestation of what Simply Cyber embodies as a community. It's about knowledge share. It's about relationship building. It's about empowering everybody to have the best experience that they can have in a comfortable, approachable way. So, obviously wear clothes. I don't want to say, do whatever's most comfortable for you because maybe you're into nudism, but like realistically, shorts, t-shirt, button down, dress, blouse. If you want to wear a tuxedo, do you, boo. No one's going to judge you. I just want you to be there and have a good time, all right? And if you are wearing a tuxedo, I will give you a firm high five. And if there's two of you and you're doing like the scene from Step Brothers during Q&A of Michelle's talk, I'll give you 2 high fives because that would be hilarious. Anita asks, what's the weather like in November, though? Great question. I will tell you right now, it is gorgeous out in Charleston, South Carolina. It was not. Sometimes it gets a little muggy and hot there in October, but I'm actually going to pull. It's a good question. I'm going to pull up November 2024 weather. Get a historical account of what the weather is last year this time. Let's see. High peaked in the mid 70s. So I'd say 65 to 72 would be what you're expecting. Maybe a little chill at night. Anita, we are a coastal city. So, sometimes you have some coolness coming off of the ocean and stuff like that. What I typically do is I'll wear shorts like almost all the time. You'll be comfortable and then just have like maybe a sweatshirt or a couple layers to work with. The conference is inside. The Marriott itself has like a really nice, this is super specific, but the Marriott has this like gorgeous outdoor seating area with like those really cool fire pit looking things. Like it's kind of bougie, frankly. So there'll be like, heating elements and stuff like that. You should be comfortable in general. Again, maybe we did it in November to kind of deter nudists from going, encourage the clothes be worn at this event. All right. So let me continue on. Oh, logistics, a registration. Let me tell you something, okay, really quickly. I did talk already about the hotel. If you want to stay at the conference hotel, you have to use the link at the simplycybercon.org website. There's a registration link. I've already shown it a few times. I'm going to show it one more time because there's something really, really janky that I have to show you. And I really wish it wasn't this way, but unfortunately it is the only way that it could work out to save people money. All right. So here it is. SCCon Logistics, reserve your room now. You can book this room. Now listen to me. This is really, really important. Please mark tape or pay attention or whatever, or tell a friend, whatever. If you are coming in for the training, you would obviously stay Saturday night. And then if you stay for the conference, you would stay Sunday night. It's completely reasonable that you would stay 2 nights, maybe even the third night if you wanted to like go out and then, explore Charleston on Tuesday or take a flight out Tuesday. Or if you're taking a flight Monday night, that's fine. No big deal, whatever. Anyways, the important thing here is to note when you go to register for the room at the Marriott, you'll note that the block does not include the Saturday night. Okay. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And I pled to Marriott to do something about this, but they're a multi-billion-dollar company and they don't give a damn about what I have to say. If we had made the block available for Saturday and Sunday night, so you could book both of them, the rate of the rooms would have gone up $100. So right now it's $209 for the room. If I did it that way, it would have been $309. So per night, per room. And I was like, this is dumb. And they're like, well, that's how much it costs for the Saturday night if you want to do that. And I'm like, no. So what they've agreed to do is if you want to book it through the registration, and I'm sorry that this is full of friction, book it through the registration link through the course, the conference website. Then you have to call them, and which there's information right here on how to connect to the Charleston Marriott. You just call them and tell them you're coming to the conference and that you want to book the same room the night before, and they will manually do it and get you sorted out. And I believe they'll give you, the correct rate. Again, I am sorry this is frictionful and a super pain in the butt, but unfortunately, it was the easiest way that I could save everybody $100 and or $200. And it just seems stupid to it's more convenient for me. So just like everybody gets to pay an extra $100. That was like dumb. I was like, no, we're not doing that. Okay. All right. Okay. So you're going to come to Simply CyberCon. I don't even know what this is. Casually Joseph, I don't understand what it looks like you're seizuring in Discord. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay. So, hey, check it out. I want to share something epic with you guys. Oh, Derek Welski dropping in a super chat. Thanks for the super chat. Jerry, any opportunities for volunteering? Also, is anyone down for a Charleston running club action? I know Cyber Risk Witch asked about running. If I'm staying at the hotel, I'll probably get up and run. Honestly, I love running downtown Charleston. Downtown Charleston's awesome. If you like dodging vehicles, it's not super dangerous. It's like, okay, dangerous. For volunteers, yes, I will be asking for a couple volunteers. Some of the volunteering gigs are not awesome, right? So like, here's a volunteering gig that's not awesome. I need somebody to sit at the front desk and check people in. If you're that person, that means you're not hearing the keynote talk because you're literally checking people in. So there is some trade-offs, but I will reach out to you, Derek. I'm going to do another live stream before the conference, like probably closer to the end of September. And I will have much greater detail on the volunteer opportunities. What I'm going to do this year, which is different from last year, is I'm going to ask for volunteers that will be physically there. I'll get like 5 or 6 of them, and then I'll just kind of deploy you as needed. I'm trying to manage the maintenance of volunteer management as well. Okay. So obviously it's a conference with like tons of talks, tons of awesomeness. If you want to map out your session for the day on the Simply CyberCon website, you can see here, speaker sessions, day 2, room 1, track A, room 2, track B. I've set it up right here. This is your conference program. Tyler Ramsby is our keynote speaker. He leads us off, and he's given a talk that's pretty epic, Embracing Your Limits. Tyler Ramsby, very, very, very technical individual, but also speaks to more about mental health and, career and really leveling yourself up as a human. And I'm super pumped for this specific keynote talk. You'll be able to see that virtually, and track 2 does not start until after Tyler's talk ends. So everybody will have the opportunity to hear that keynote. Track A, you can see these are 45-minute long talks, 9 a.m. to 9:45. And then we've got some great, some additional ones. We've got AI talks. We have tooling talks. We have kind of meta career talks. It's really, I think we've put together Just a really great program that goes across a bunch of different dimensions. One awesome, there's Michelle Kahn hunting down a romance scam. If you want to catch that, 11 to 11:45. This is where you would do your stepbrother's dressing in a tuxedo thing, just so everybody knows. Make sure you get a good seat right up front. You'll notice here that we did bake in a lunch this year. Last year, we forgot to put in time for people to eat, which was like a total bonehead move on my part. Yes, your description does need to talk. I agree 100%. So we'll do lunch together, 12:50 to 1:35. If you do have any special dietary constraints, let me know. We'll have to do it on a case-by-case basis. I do want to let everyone know the ticket to register is $20, which is like cheaper than what your lunch will be. Okay, so like you're definitely getting wicked value. A whole day of talks, fed multiple times. It's all about good times. I'm not ready to show you guys. I was going to show you like the menu options and stuff. One question I do have for the community, and just to kind of like get some input, let me close this out. Coffee, tea, bottled water. We have the opportunity to have coffee, tea, bottled water all day or for 4 hours. I'm thinking coffee, tea, bottled water all day. As a feature, I think nice conferences typically have that. If you have an opinion on that, drop it in chat. It was something that I was trying to like sort through myself, whether or not to offer that or not. On the breakfast stuff, the breakfast will probably be on the lighter side, like probably more of a continental breakfast with the coffee and all that stuff. And then lunch would be a bit heavier. I do want to do buffet style just for the way that the layout of the conference is looking. I'm hoping that it enables people to not just sit down and shovel food in their face, but also maybe go to some high top bars, maybe continue a conversation on with somebody that they met in the buffet line, etc. These are like, honestly, these are the more like granular details that is like the challenge of the conference, right? But we're working through those. I guess I wanted to provide it as an update that we're thinking through these things and solving for them. Okay, we're almost at time. I carved an hour out for this, and I'm pleasantly surprised that we are right at an hour. I do want you to know that the Marriott Hotel, right now, there's 6 rooms available on Saturday night. So for the people who are wanting to do the training and stay at the Marriott, there's 6 rooms there still. And on Sunday night, there's currently 9 rooms available for rent or lease or whatever you want to call it. And those numbers are not accurate because I'm actually renting. I'm renting one of them. I might even rent. I'm renting one both nights. I might rent my kids one on Saturday night because my kids, like, they just, for some reason, they want to stay in a hotel super badly. And normally, like, we're on the road and it's like, Jesus Christ, I just let me go to bed. I got to get up and drive 18 hours. So like, because of this particular situation, I'll actually be like in a good mood instead of like a grizzled old grumpy man who's been driving. So my kids will probably be doing one too. So there will be a little bit less opportunity there. Let me go ahead. I see Michelle and Hayden still in chat. Chris's camera's off. I'm going to bring Michelle on and Hayden onto the stream here as we get ready to round out. Chris is here.
Hey.
Hi, Chris. So we're going to bring it out. So again, these are your trainers for Simply CyberCon. Guys, anything, based on your extensive experience of going to conferences, anything maybe I missed or might want to comment on? Michelle, thoughts?
Good shoes. Get some good shoes.
Get some good shoes. Wear something comfortable. You will be not just walking around. You'll be wanting to walk around. Charleston's a really walkable city and great nightlife, great food, seeing great things. Hayden, any thoughts around something I may have missed or something you'd like to reiterate?
Yeah, the thing I always forget to do is look at which talks I want to go to and put them on my calendar. So make sure to do that. Otherwise, you'll forget the important ones and then be sad, like me, most cons.
Yeah, that would stink. Chris, any thoughts or something I may have missed or something you want to underline?
I'll emphasize the good shoes. Make sure that you're going to be comfortable, right? Your feet can definitely hurt after a full day of a conference. And if you're walking around and the vendor tables are there, go say, hey. I don't know if we're gonna have a table. I don't know what's going on. I'm not in that realm or anything like that.
Yeah, as of right now, no. I reached out, but had not heard back. So, but always open to it. But yeah, the vendors will be intimately close with the conference attendees.
Yeah, I'll probably have some small box of. I've got an event with a small box of Black Hills goodies. If it doesn't get cleaned out when I do that talk, upstate, then I'll bring a few of those along with me for my calls and stuff.
I mean, if someone wants to work the table, Chris, like I don't mind. Like it's not necessarily pay to play. I love Black Hills, so I'm happy to set a table up. But someone has to work it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And be ready to network and talk. That's why we're there.
Yes, 100%. Do not miss the opportunity to say hi, have a conversation. Don't be shy. This is why we do the conferences in person. Just to remind everybody, simplycybercon.org is the website with all the information. You can see it right here. It's easy. It's super easy. It's a one-page website. I literally designed this to be as frictionless as possible, minus the hotel reservations. If you're interested in the logistics, flying in, where to eat, where to stay, that's all right here. If you're interested in the training, getting more information, we had our trainers at the early part. So if you joined us late, go back and watch the replay. You'll hear each trainer spend about 5 minutes explaining what their training is, what value you'll get from it, and why you'll want to take it. We have GRC, OSINT, blue and red training, so something for everybody. A full day of conference talks on Monday, November 3rd. Tickets are only $20 if you want to do the conference only. The training is not. The training comes with $20 voucher, basically free to the conference as part of your package for the training. Go check that out. All the links are at simplycybercon.org. Let me just check really quick on questions really quickly. I guess that actually does work kind of cool. Yeah, I think we got all the questions. How difficult is it for the four of you on the panel to reconcile a person's real name with their screen name handle? I don't know.
Utterly impossible. Utterly impossible.
Well, unless you do the OSINT for it. Then.
Done before you finish the question.
Yeah. Well, that's not fair. Michelle Khan has superpowers, so he's just like, I got it. Yeah. No, that's perfect. All right, guys. This has been Simply Cyber Con 2025 live stream update. Look for another stream coming up in a week or two, just to provide more clarity, an opportunity for the instructors to answer any questions that you may have had. Perhaps if you're watching on replay, if you are watching on replay, put a question in the comment with a Q, and I will make it a point to get that question answered. This is important to me. It's important to me that this conference is value add for everybody. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Hayden, for taking time out of the day to come talk to all of us. Everyone, thank you so very much. I'm going to run the little ad beaker right before we roll out of here. But otherwise, have a great afternoon, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern for the Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat Brief. See ya! One day of training, one day of cyber excellence. Here's what's on tap for Simply CyberCon 2025. Level up OSINT. Turn open sources into actionable intelligence. Michelle Khan shows you how to gather, analyze, and leverage public info for SOC, threat hunting, pen testing, and incident response, packed with real-world value. GRC Cyber Resilience. Time to get your NIST on. Steve and Michael guide you through the cybersecurity framework, helping you build hands-on skills and the mindset to drive cyber resilience and safeguard critical digital assets. Detection Engineering 101. Blue Teamers, don't sleep on this. Hayden Covington puts you in the role of a detection engineer inside a live sim, building and testing custom detections so you can hit the ground running. Offensive tooling foundations. Data is everywhere, and so are attackers. Chris Trainer shows you the hacker tools security pros use with hands-on exercises to practice safely, effectively, and